10 by Mitchell, spread on the member's desk. Madam Speaker, members, it was timely filed.
Representative Mitchell, you're recognized.
Yes, and I too realize the delicate balance. We're trying to pass this legislation that's been, several years in the making. But we've been all about labels in this bill. Big box stores, grocery stores, convenience stores. We forgot one little organization, our constituency. Over 75% of my district doesn't want this in 2016, 2017. I don't know if many of you know, if this passes today, there can possibly no wine be sold in grocery stores until July 1 of 2016. So you're going to go back to your districts this weekend, and they're going to say, great, I'm glad you passed that. When can we do this? Then your response to them is going to be, July of 2016. And they're going to look at you with a perplexed look. So my amendment is simple. My amendment just brings the effective date after a referendum is passed by the people to July 1 of 2015. A lot of people say, well, it doesn't give time for businesses to get their business model in order. I think 17 months, is timely enough for them to realize this is coming down the tracks. So it's an easy amendment. It just moves it up 1 year. I don't think it does any harm to the bill, but it does a great deal of good to the people who are looking to you to represent them. And they don't want this in 2016. They really don't want it July of 2015. They wanted it yesterday. So, let's listen to the will of the people for once in the body, and let's do the appropriate thing. Thank you.
Representative Mitchell moves adoption of amendment number 10. Representative Lundberg, you're recognized.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And I appreciate that sentiment, and I understand that, but I will tell you it is not one of those where in those areas, those liquor stores don't know right now what's going to happen. Those grocery stores don't. They don't know when this will take place because a referendum, those voters locally have to make that decision. And whether they'll make that in November of 2014 or November of 2015, they don't know. And frankly, as a small business person, we have 500 businesses, frankly, across the state who have invested capital in a business model that we're changing. And I think they need time to make appropriate changes in the development of their business that is going to change with this. And with that, I would move Amendment 10 to the table.
Proper motion, properly second. The parliamentary situation is that Representative Mitchell has moved adoption of amendment number 10. Representative Lundberg has moved that motion to the table. That cuts all debate except for that of the sponsor. Representative Mitchell, you are recognized.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think many of the business owners out there know the handwriting's on the wall, that this is coming down the path. I think many have adjusted their prices over the last 6 to 9 months to prepare for this. So they've already began preparing for this. If it's good July 1 of 2016, it's good July 1 of 2015. Your constituents are looking to you to move forward on this now. They're looking at us to be leaders. Move forward on something 75 to 80% of your districts are asking you to do. And when you go back this weekend and say, hey, we passed that wine in grocery stores, and you've got to look them in the eye and say, well, it's going to be 2 or 3 years before you can do it. I think that's going to be a tough question for you to answer to those folks back home. So, like I said, if it's good July 1 of 2016, it must be good for the state of Tennessee July 1, 2015. With that, I ask your support and vote against the tabling motion.
The parliamentary situation is that Representative Mitchell has moved adoption of amendment number 10. Representative Lundberg has moved that motion to the table. We're voting on the tabling motion. All those in favor vote aye when the bell rings. Those opposed vote no. Has every member voted? Does any member wish to change their vote? Mr. Clerk, take the vote.
Aye, 64, 21 nay, 3 present not voting.
The ayes have it. The motion is tabled. Next.